The question here is in the figure given below, triangle ABC is isosceles with AB is equal to AC is equal to 5 centimeter and BC is equal to 6 centimeter. Okay. Question is find sin C, tan B and tan C minus cot B. So let us draw a triangle first. ABC is a triangle in which these two sides are given to be equal. This side is given to be 6 centimeters. Fine. AB is equal to AC is given to be 5 centimeters. That means these two are given to be 5 centimeters.
5 centimeters.
Yeah. The question here is find sine C. If we are to find sine of which angle? Sine of this angle. First question is find sine of this angle, sine C. The next question is tan B. That means this angle is also we are talking about, but the tan of this angle. And third is tan C minus cot B. Tan C means this angle is concerned and cot B means this angle is concerned. So whatever sine, cos or tan we are talking about, they are all concerning these two angles. Okay, B and C. So, but you cannot see a right angle triangle here that you can use your trigonometric ratios. Since you cannot see a right angle triangle, and this is an isosceles triangle, what you do is from A, from this point, from this vertex, you drop a perpendicular on BC. Okay, drop a perpendicular on BC and call this point say D. Now you remember, as I told you in isosceles triangle earlier also, that from the vertex joining the equal sides, if we are drawing a perpendicular to the third side, from the vertex joining the equal sides of an isosceles triangle, if you are drawing a perpendicular to the third side, then this side BD must be equal to DC. I think I have told you this. Okay, and but the perpendicular you have to draw from the vertex joining the equal sides. What is the vertex joining the equal side? This is one equal side, this is the other equal side. So they are both of these are meeting at A. So from A, if you are drawing a perpendicular to BC, only then these two will be equal, BP equal to CD. Otherwise, if you are drawing a perpendicular from C on AB, they will not be equal. Okay, the suppose if it meets somewhere over here, say somewhere over on this point, if they meet, then this side will not be equal to this side if you're drawing a perpendicular from C, because C is not a vertex joining equal side. These two sides are not equal. Okay, I have mentioned all this earlier, so this was just a reminder. So that is why if you drop a perpendicular from A to the third side, BD will be equal to DC. Okay, so what happens is that if I drop a perpendicular, this becomes 3 centimeter and this becomes 3 centimeter. Okay, and I get two right angle triangles also. Okay, in which I can use my trigonometric ratios. So first what I'll do here is I'll write drop, or let's say draw AD perpendicular to BC. Therefore length of BD is equal to length of DC must be equal to half of 6 centimeter, which is 3 centimeter. Okay, now let us consider any of the two right angle triangle. Let us consider this right angle triangle. If you see this right angle triangle, which one is the hypotenuse? This side, AB is your hypotenuse. Okay, this is your hypotenuse. Okay, and you can consider this as your perpendicular, this as your base. From Pythagoras theorem, you don't know the length of the perpendicular, but you know the length of the base. So you can find out the length of the perpendicular AD. So let us proceed to find out the length of the perpendicular AD. So from Pythagoras theorem, what I can write is in triangle ABD, hypotenuse square AB square is equal to perpendicular square AD square plus base square BD square. Okay. Now you put the values. What is the length of the hypotenuse here? The length of the hypotenuse here is given to be 5 centimeters because these two are given to be 5 centimeters. So 5 square. AD we want to find out the length of the perpendicular, and BD the length is 3. So therefore, what is AD square? AD square is simply 5 square minus 3 square, which is 25 minus 9, 16. So therefore, AD is square root of 16 equal to 4 centimeter. So I have got the length of this perpendicular from Pythagoras theorem as 4 centimeters. Okay. Now we shall evaluate the various ratios. First ratio is sine C. So we are talking about this angle C. So we consider this right angle triangle. If I are considering this angle, that means this will become our perpendicular. This will become our base, and this remains our hypotenuse. So the first ratio is we have to find is sine C. Sine C is perpendicular by hypotenuse. Perpendicular by hypotenuse. And what is the perpendicular in this case? As I have written, C perpendicular is AD and the hypotenuse is AC. So is equal to AD by AC. We have found out the length of AD as 4 centimeter and AC, the hypotenuse we know as 5 centimeters. So sine C is 4 by 5. Second one, the second question here is tan B. When you're talking about B, we are talking about this angle. Okay. And so we'll consider this right angle triangle now. So this ratio is tan B. Tan B is perpendicular by base. Now perpendicular, which one is the perpendicular, which one is the base? If you are talking about this angle B, then opposite to this is your perpendicular. So this remains a perpendicular for this right angle triangle. And this is our hypotenuse. Okay, so this becomes our base. So perpendicular by base, length of the perpendicular is AD and the length of the base is BD. So this is equal to AD by BD, which is equal to length of AD we have found as 4 and the length of BD here is 3 centimeters. So sine C we have found, tan B we have also found out. Okay, and the last question is tan C minus cot B. This time the tan of the angle C. So let us first find out tan C. In order to find tan C, we'll again consider which right angle triangle? Triangle ADC we are going to consider, because we are talking about this angle C. When I'm considering this angle C, again this is my perpendicular and this is my base here and this is my hypotenuse. Okay, so tan C comes out to be, tan C is again perpendicular by base. So in this case, you see tan C is AD by DC. Perpendicular is AD and base is DC. AD by DC. So AD here is 4 centimeter, DC here is 3 centimeters. So this is 4 by 3. So we have calculated tan C. Next we want to calculate cot B. Now cot B, we have already in 2, if you see, we have already found out tan B. And you know cot is the reciprocal of tan. So from the, instead of finding from the right angle triangle, you can find it directly from your tan. And what is tan B? Tan B is 4 by 3. So this becomes 3 by 4. So hence what is tan C minus cot B? It is 4 by 3 minus 3 by 4. LCM 16 minus 9, which is 7 by 12. Okay, so this was an easy problem, except that if you can figure out the perpendicular part, that you have to draw the perpendicular AD. This was quite an easy problem. Number 7. The question here is, in the figure given below, AD is perpendicular to BC. Okay, now very important question, this one. Okay, there are lots of things to learn from here from this question. Let's draw the diagram first. This is a given diagram, okay? And the question here is, in the figure given below, AD is perpendicular to BC. Okay, fine. AD is perpendicular to BC. It is given here, marked in the diagram also. BD is equal to 15 centimeter. So that is also marked in the diagram. Sine B is given to be 4 by 5, sine of this angle B. Okay, when we are talking about this angle, we are considering this right angle triangle, ABD. Okay, so sine B is given to be 4 by 5. Also tan C, this is my C. So when you're talking about C, we are talking about this right angle triangle. Okay, so with that in mind, we shall proceed. The first one is sine B is equal to 4 by 5. So given sine B is equal to 4 by 5. Now what is sine B? This angle, if you are considering this angle, then this becomes our perpendicular. This remains our hypotenuse. And this becomes my base. So what is sine B? From this right angle triangle, what can you see? Sine B is perpendicular by hypotenuse. Must be equal to 4 by 5. And what is the perpendicular in this case when we are considering this right angle triangle? My perpendicular here is AD, as I have marked in the diagram, and hypotenuse is AB. So AD is to AB, or the ratio of AD and AB is 4 is to 5. Okay, so if this ratio is 4 is to 5, we can say let AD, this is a very, very important technique, let AD is equal to 4K and AB is equal to 5K. Okay, so whenever you see a ratio AD is to AB, you can take the sides AD as 4K and you can take the side AB as 5K. So AD here is 4K and AB here is 5K. Okay, now what is the only side that remains here? Only BD I don't know in this right angle triangle. So can I find out BD from Pythagoras theorem in terms of K? Yes, I can find out. So let us come by
Yes,
Pythagoras
sir, we
theorem.
can find it.
So let us find out BD by Pythagoras theorem. In triangle ABD, hypotenuse square AB square is equal to perpendicular square, which is your AD square, plus base square, which is your BD square. So let us now put the values, whatever is given. AB here is 5K, 5K whole square. Okay, do not confuse this. Remember 5K whole square, when you are writing, do not confuse this with 5K square. These two are different. Okay, when you are writing 5K whole square, it means 25K square. Okay, when you are writing 5K square, 5K whole square, it means 25K square. So most of you make this mistake, that when you are writing 5K whole square and later in the next step, what you do here is you write this as 5K square. No, you cannot write this as 5K square. This is equal to 5 square K square. which is actually 25k square. Okay, so remember this. This is a very common mistake that you make. So now what happens? 5k whole square and AD, we got to find the length of AD. So we write AD as it is. And BD, oh, we got to find the length of BD, sorry. So AD whole square, we have marked this as 4k. This is 4k. 4k. And BD, we've got to find the length. So this means this gives you 25k square. 5k whole square is 25k square, not 5k square. 4k whole square is 4 square k square, which is 16k square plus BD square. Mind this mistake. That means this is 25k square minus 16k square is BD square. That means BD square is 9k square. That means BD is the positive square root of 9k square. We don't take the minus sign because length is positive. So this is 3k. So the length of BD here we have calculated to be 3k. Okay. Now the next question, the question here is find the length of AD and AB. So what is AD here? In this case, BD is given to be 3k, which BD here is given to be 15. And BD, what have we found out here? BD we have found out to be 3k. So therefore 3k must be equal to 15, right? Because the length of BD here in the question is given to be 15, and we have found out BD in terms of k as 3k. So 3k must be equal to 15. So from this we get the value of k as 15 by 3, which is 5. Once I get the value of k, now I can find out the length of AD and AB. What are the length of AD and AB? If you see, AD here is, we have taken 4k and AB we have taken 5k. So therefore what is, and we have got the value of k, we'll put it. Therefore AD is equal to 4k is equal to 4 into 5, which is 20 centimeters. And AB is 5k, which is 5 into 5, which is 25 centimeters. Okay, so we've got the length of AD and AB. So the first part, in the first part, we have got the two lengths, AD and AB. We shall now proceed to calculate the length of DC and AC. DC this length and AC this length. Okay, so we'll consider which right angle triangle? We'll consider this right angle triangle. Okay, so let me just erase all this.
Triangle ADC.
ADC. Why will we consider this triangle? Because if we see tan C is given here. Tan C,
Tan
this
C.
tan.
Yes.
The tan of this angle
The
is given. Hmm.
on C.
Yes, what are you saying?
No, sir.
Okay. So given tan C is 1. So if tan C is given to me as 1, in this case, this one is my C. This is my C. So which one becomes my perpendicular? This becomes my perpendicular, AD. This my base. And this remains my hypotenuse. So what is the ratio of, what is tan C? Tan C is perpendicular by base. So tan C, that means perpendicular by base, is equal to 1. And in this case, in this right angle triangle, which one is my perpendicular? AD. And which one is my base? DC. So AD by DC. AD by DC is equal to 1, which means that AD must be equal to DC. Okay. And what is the length of AD and DC given here? Yes. So this is, okay, the length of AD we know. We have already calculated, isn't it? What is the length of AD here? The length of AD we have calculated 20. So that means AD and DC are both 20 centimeters, right? So that means this length is 20 and this length is also 20. So now you know the perpendicular and the base of this triangle. You can find out the length of the hypotenuse. right, by Pythagoras theorem. So let us proceed to find out the length of AC. The third question is also answered here. If you see, you had to find out the length of DC. So we have found out the length of DC as 20 centimeter. Now we are proceeding to find out the length of AC, which we can by Pythagoras theorem. So in triangle ADC, in triangle ADC, you have AC square, hypotenuse square, is equal to AD square, perpendicular square, plus DC square, which is the base square. So at AC square is equal to AD square plus DC square. And both of these lengths, AD and DC, are both equal to 20. See, AD equal to DC equal to 20. So 20 square plus 20 square, which is 400 plus 400, which is 800. So therefore, what is the length of AC? Length of AC is positive square root of 800. Now, positive square root of 800, this is a pure surd. So we're going to convert it into a mixed surd. So this can be written as 8 into 100. So now 8 can be written as 2 cube into 10 square. Now 2 cube can also be written as 2 square into 2 into 10 square. Now both the squares you combine, 2 into 10 whole square into 2. So what you ultimately get here is 2 into 10 into root 2. So you're getting 20 root 2 centimeters. This is the length of AC. Now because square root of 2 I told you to remember, you can express this in decimal also. 20 root 2 you can write as 20 into 1.414. Okay. And this you will get as 8.28, I think, centimeters. Okay. So this is your length of AC. So I have answered the first part of the question. Now remember, this technique is very, very important. This. Okay. I will use this in the next, in the coming problems also. Okay, because this technique we use, if trigonometric function is given to you, you can find out the length of all the other trigonometric functions. Suppose sine is given to you, then you can find out cos, tan, sec, cosec, cot, anything. If cos is given to you, you can find out sine, tan, sec, cosec, cot, everything. So even if one trigonometric ratio is given to you, you can find all the other standard trigonometric ratios. Okay, by using this particular technique. The second part of the question, coming back to the question here, the second part of the question is show that tan square b minus 1 by cos square b is equal to minus 1. So let us see which b we are talking about. When we're talking about b, we are talking about this angle. Okay, and I know all these lengths. I know this length to be 20. Okay, I know this length to be 15 centimeter. It is given to me, and the length of the hypotenuse also I think I know. AB I have calculated. So AB here I have calculated to be 25. So this also I know as 25. So with this data, I'm going to calculate the value of tan B first and then cos B. Second part. Tan B is perpendicular by base. If you see, the concerned angle here is B. In this right angle triangle, we have concerned angle here is B. So this is my perpendicular, AD. This becomes my base and AB remains my hypotenuse. So tan B is perpendicular by base, which is AD perpendicular, BD base. So AD by BD. AD by BD. And what is AD here? The length of AD is 20, length of BD is 15. So this is 20 by 15. So this is 4 by 3. Now how about cos B? Because we have to find out the value of tan square B minus 1 by cos square B. So let us find out cos B also. Cos B in this triangle, if you see, cos B is base by hypotenuse. Base is BD and hypotenuse is AB. Base by hypotenuse. Okay. Base here is BD and hypotenuse is AB. So BD by AB. and the length of BD here is 15 centimeters, the base, and hypotenuse is 25 centimeters. That means 15 by 25. 3, 5, 5. So this is 3 by 5. Okay. So therefore, we have to find out the value of tan square B minus 1 by cos square B. Tan square B, tan B we have found out as, now tan square B is nothing but tan B whole square, right? And 1 by cos square B can also be written as 1 by cos B whole square, right? So that means tan B is 4 by 3. And 1 by cos B here is 3 by 5, this thing whole square. So this is 16 by 9 minus 5 by 3 whole square. This means 16 by 9 minus 25 by 9. That means 16 minus 25 by 9, which is minus 9 by 9, which is minus 1. So therefore, tan square B minus cos square B is, the value is minus 1. Okay, any question till this problem? Any question on any part?
No, sir. No questions.
Because after this, I'm going to, the problem that I'm going to discuss is a very, very important problem. The special problem that I've given you. Okay, this is there in the textbook in various forms. This is there, a lot of problems are there, same problem given in various other ways. For example, that Reeks problem that he has given, even that problem is actually the same as this problem. I'll tell you. This one. Reek, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Your given problem is the same as number 11.
Okay.
Okay, just check this problem, number 11 here. The problem that you sent is exactly the same as this number 11, except that instead of A, you have a theta here. Okay,
Yes.
just check this problem. If you still can't understand, then I will solve it in the next class, definitely. Okay, it's exactly
Okay,
the
sir.
same actually, nothing, no difference at all. So let us start this question at least. Now, why is this problem special? This problem is special because, as I told you, that if one trigonometric ratio is given, you can find out all the other trigonometric ratios. If sine is given, you can find out cos and tan. Okay, cos, tan, sec, cosec. And if cos is given, you can find out sine, cos, you can find out sine, tan, and everything, all the other ratios. That is why this problem is, a special problem. Okay. Now, if you consider this problem, you see that sine theta is given to you as 3 by 5. And you see, you have to find out cos theta, you have to find tan theta, cosec, sec, and cot. That means only one is given to you, sine. And you are expected to find all the others. So that is why this problem is special. Okay, and because you will be using this technique in almost all the problems in trigonometry, not only in your standard, but later on also. Okay, that is why this problem is very important and very special also. So given here, we start by saying given, and we can solve it by actually two methods I have given you. There are at least 4 methods of doing this. There are at least 4 methods, or 2 methods I have given you because of your standard. Okay, so given here is sine theta is 3 by 5. Okay, so now what you do here is, if sine theta is given to you as 3 by 5 and theta is given to you as an acute angle, that means theta is an angle that is less than 90 degree. Okay, so what you do here is you construct a right angle triangle. Okay, you construct a right angle triangle and call it, say ABC, name the thing, and the right angle at B. Okay, and theta is the angle here, sine theta. So the question is, which angle should you take theta? You can either take this angle to be theta, or you can take this angle to be theta also. That depends on you, which angle you want to take theta. Any angle that you wish, Apart from the right angle, any of these two angles you can take theta. For convenience sake, let us take this angle as theta, angle C as theta. Oh, okay, for convenience sake, you can take this angle A also as theta, no problem. You will get the same results. So if I take this angle as theta, now what does sine theta become then? Sine theta is nothing but perpendicular by hypotenuse. So if I take this angle as theta, this become my perpendicular. Okay, this is definitely my hypotenuse, and this is my base. Okay, and sine theta is perpendicular by hypotenuse, which is equal to 3 by 5. And here my perpendicular is AB and my base is BC, equal to 3 by 5. So now I've got the ratio of AB and BC. So therefore I can take AB is equal to 3K, BC is equal to, oh, hypotenuse is not BC, hypotenuse is AC. It's not BC, hypotenuse is AC. So this one is also AC. AC you get as 5K. So what are you getting here? AB you're getting as 3K, and AC you're getting as 5K. Only the base remains which you don't know. So by Pythagoras theorem, I can find the base in terms of K. So I say in triangle ABC, AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square, and AC square is 5K whole square, AB square is 3K whole square, and BC we need to find. So this becomes 25K square is equal to 9K square plus BC square. Okay, so therefore 25K square, again mind you, 5K whole square is 25K square, not 5K square. 25K square minus 9K square is BC square. That means you get BC square is equal to 16K square. That means BC here is root over of 16K square, which is root over of 4K whole square, which is simply 4K. So you've got the length of BC as 4K. Okay, I'm writing in brackets because this was unknown. Once I get all the lengths of the triangle, now I can proceed to find the various ratios. Suppose first question is cos theta here. Cos theta we know is base by hypotenuse. So coming back to this triangle, what is the base? Base is BC. And hypotenuse here is AC. Okay, so base BC 4K and AC here is 5. So K and K will cancel. You'll simply get 4 by 5. Similarly, if you want to find out tan theta is the ratio of perpendicular and base. Okay, so perpendicular is AB and base is BC. So AB here is 3K and base here is 4K. So 3K by 4K, which is 3 by 4 simply. KK cancels. Okay, see, well, just one ratio is given and very easily we are able to find out the other ratios also. And cosec theta. Cosec theta is nothing but the reciprocal of sine. So cosec theta you can find from sine. Cosec is 1 by sine. And sine here is given to be 3 by 5. So 1 by 3 by 5, which is nothing but 5 by 3. So this is your cosec. Next is sec theta. Sec theta, you know, is nothing but the reciprocal of cos. And you have already found cos in part 1. So which is 1 by 4 by 5, which is 5 by 4. And finally, you have cot theta. You know, cot is the reciprocal of tan. Tan you have already found out in part 2 above, 3 by 4. So cot becomes 4 by 3. So what you see in this first method that I've shown you here, this is the easiest of all methods. Okay, that given one ratio sine theta, you have managed to find out all the other ratios: cos, tan, cosec, sec, and cot. So similarly, if cos is given to you, then you will be able to find out all the other ratios also. You'll be able to find out sine, tan, cosec, sec, cot. Okay, that is what the importance of this problem is. So method one that I have discussed here is the easiest of all the other methods. Second method I will discuss tomorrow. I stop here for today.